Welcome to the very first episode of Professionals People Avoid, but definitely need to talk to. This series is all about the experts nobody wants to call until they realize they have to. And today, we're starting strong with Wendy from Caring Transition. She helps people downsize, declutter, and run estate sales. And like magic, she turns a packed house into an empty one. Basically, she's who you call when you finally admit that your kids don't actually want your collection of ceramic roosters. Sorry, Mom. Wendy, be honest. When people call you, are they fully prepared or usually full-blown panicking?
So by the time we usually get a call, it's 2 weeks, 30 days if we're lucky, out from when they have to actually vacate the house. So they've done all of the selling of the home and now they have to give the house over to the new owners and it's still full of their stuff. So it is usually in kind of a panic. It's usually a short turnaround, but we can help them with that. Yeah.
That sounds about right. Everyone thinks they'll get around to it and then suddenly they're drowning in 40 years worth of stuff. So what is the craziest, most unexpected thing you've ever found in a home?
I think it was after an estate sale, we were doing the final clean out and we were pulling things out of a closet. We were pulling trash out, old clothes, boots, and came upon a bag that was really heavy. And when we pulled it out, it was full of coins.
Nice.
And so we found probably a couple of boxes, 2 or 3 bags of coins that they had completely forgotten about probably several $1,000s.
Wow, I have so many questions, but I don't think we have time for all of that. So now let's talk estate sales. People usually think about those as just slapping a price tag on old furniture. I'm guessing it's a little more complicated than that.
It is. We have been doing this long enough that we know what's going to draw the crowd in and what's not. And so we price things accordingly. Your everyday stuff, we usually price that from house to house the same because that's the stuff that nobody's really there. They'll look at it, but they're not really there to get that piece.
Right.
The things that are a little more unique or the things that are part of a collection, we do some research on. We make sure that the pricing is commensurate with what everybody else is asking, what everybody's paying, which is the most important. What are people paying for it?
Yeah.
So that's the things, the expertise that we bring to it is we know those things and the trends and what people are buying and what people aren't buying.
So instead of families spending months fighting over who gets what, you come in and handle the hard stuff. That sounds way better than stuffing everything into storage just in case.
Yes.
Yes. Speaking of family drama, have you ever had to play referee between families fighting over something ridiculous?
We usually, when we come in, they've already done all of the fighting over who's going to get what. Most of the time, what we're dealing with is there's one person in the family that's in charge, and everybody else wants to tell them that they're not doing it right or they're doing it wrong, but they don't want to help.
Yeah.
So we try to be very transparent. We give them what the sale made, what our charges are. Everything's listed out so that they can show that to the rest of the family and say, we're not getting ripped off. This is what they're doing. I've got it all under control. And so we try to manage it that way.
I see. So, last question. What's one thing people definitely should do before starting this process?
I think the most important thing is to give yourself some time to go through, start small so you're not overwhelmed. Go through maybe that bedroom that you haven't been in for a while.
Yeah.
Is there really anything that I want in here? Is there anything that I'm not taking with me that I know that I'm not going to take with me that I want one of my family members to have? And have that conversation and ask them. And the important thing is, if there is something you want somebody to have, tell them why. Is there a story behind it? Did it have special meaning to you? Is it something that they saw them playing with as a child? But then don't be offended if the person that you're trying to give it to says, I'm sorry, I don't have room for that, or I really don't want that. I think that's probably just a good way to help in getting your mind around how to release things.
Yeah.
You can do it!
That's gold. So basically, don't wait until you're overwhelmed and don't assume your kids want all your stuff. Got it. Wendy, thank you for sharing your wisdom with us today and for being the person who steps in when people finally admit they can't take their box of mystery stuff into retirement. If you're watching this and suddenly feel the urge to clean out your attic, Wendy's contact information is on screen because let's be real, you're not actually going to do it yourself. And don't forget to like and subscribe because in the next episode, we'll be talking to another professional you'd rather avoid until you really need them. We'll see you next time.